Hey guys, this video is gonna be a little personal and I don't know how long this is gonna take, so you might want to go grab a snack and drink and stay tuned. This video is gonna be a story time about my first time losing my virginity. I know, guilty. Anyway, yeah, so that happened in 2018. I was 17. Let's just get right onto the story. So a little background on this guy. I worked with him at the store we worked at. I don't want to say the name. And then we honestly, we were kind of friends but not, so I guess you could say acquaintances. We had only really worked together maybe a good 3 months before we did it, so we didn't really know each other that well. I know. But let's see, I remember the day. It was February 26th, 2018. Well, technically it probably was the 27th because it was at 12:30 a.m. but I'm gonna go into that a little bit later. I want to just kind of go before we did it. I remember one night we were playing 20 questions, and we just start asking each other questions. He's like, have you had sex before? Or I'm like, I knew this question was coming, so I was honest with him. I'm like, no, I haven't done it yet. He's like, okay, do you want to? He started asking me questions like that. I'm like, ooh, I got nervous. And knowing me, I am such a shy person, or I was such a shy person. And I don't know, I never really imagined myself really having sex or whatever. I don't know. Because I was raised like a Christian household, I guess, but for me, I'm like, whenever it happens, it happens. So yeah, anyway, we talked more about it, and then he had asked me this is just a question, would you want to do friends with benefits? At the time, I don't think I knew what friends with benefits meant, but at the same time, common sense, so I'm like, I'll think about it. I think I told him, yeah, I'll think about it. We definitely gotta, be more comfortable around each other. And honestly, at work, it wasn't awkward with him or anything. I mean, we got along. I remember watching the movie Friends with Benefits, and I'm like, yeah, I could do this. I could totally do this. And I told him, I remember telling him, if you don't use a condom, I'm not doing it. I remember telling him point blank, if you don't have a condom, I'm not doing it, period. And even the day we did it, I was like, do you have condom? At work, I had asked him, do you have condom? He's like, yes. So, yeah, I made sure he had one. Anyway, I'm trying to think. Also, knowing me, I was 17. I was still wearing sports bras and Grand Candies, and I wasn't shaved or anything down there, so I'm like, this is the time to take care of myself and actually, kind of explore. So, I had money. I was Victoria's Secret pink, got a bra and some underwear, and I got things to do downstairs. And then when I did all that stuff, oh my gosh, wow, that actually looked good. I was more confident, and I didn't get the underwear bra because I was gonna have sex. I did it because, well, this is an opportunity, so I did. And then we talked about it for about 2 weeks. The day comes, I remember the day before, I'm like, well, we don't really have a day that we work together. I think it was a Thursday or Friday that we would work together. So I'm like, oh, we'll just do it then. But I was like, if I get called in, okay, so this is Sunday. I'm like, you know what? I'm ready. I want to do this. I told him. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And then I think I remember asking him, are you sure you want to do this? He's like, that's a question I should be asking you. The day before, I'm like, if I get called in tomorrow, we can do it. And guess what? I got called in the next day, aka Monday. So Monday, I think I came in at 3 or 5 in the afternoon. We worked, we talked. Like I said, I'm like, do you have the condom? He's like, Yes, I have it. At this time, I think I had my license. I'm not sure, but I remember driving my mom's car, which is a Honda Pilot. So it perfect, you know, to do it. You can lay down and stuff. Now I think I did it in my mom's car. Like, that is, oh, it makes me disgusted. You know, like, I don't think of it often now, but like, when I got my own car, I started doing it more. I'm like, that's kind of disgusting. I did it in my mom's car. It really is. Anyway, yeah, that night, I mean, we worked together, and I thought I was gonna close, but turns out I didn't, which is fine. I told him, hey, like, I'll go to the gas station, like, right over here. When you get off, just meet me there. So I think I got off at like 9 or 10 at night. And then our store closed at 10:45. I'm like, okay, it won't take that long. It did kind of take a while for me waiting, but I'm like, you know what, I'm ready. So anyway, it's like around 10ish that I go to the gas station, like right, like a block or two. Well, not a block or two, like more like maybe half a mile from our work, and I sit and wait. And then in my mom's car, she had stuff in the back, so I moved it, I think. Yeah, I believe I moved it around so then we could... Okay, my camera kind of shut off, so I'm not sure where I left off. I think where I went to the gas station, cleared out the stuff, and then I waited for him about, let's see, it was about 10ish. We closed 10:45, and then I believe he didn't come to the gas station until like 12. It was between 12 and 12:30. And then I remember when he did finally come, I started getting butterflies in my stomach. I don't know why, but I would get butterflies in my stomach. I don't know why. I guess just like my nerves. So I had water with me, so I drank water, and when he came, he's like, where do you want to do it? I'm like, well, I don't know. He's like, okay, just follow me. And I thought we were gonna go somewhere where it was dark, where no one could like see us, but no, we literally just pull around to the back of the gas station. There was like an road, like an empty kind of like field. We just pulled off to the side, and then I remember he gets out, he's like, which car do you want to do it in? I'm like, mine. Because it was bigger. His car was pretty tiny. So he's like, okay. I think he gets in the back, like just right away. And I remember I just sat up in the front for quite a while. I would say like a good 10 to 15 minutes, because that's how nervous I was. I was shy, nervous. It was kind of like, it wasn't awkward, but like, I don't know, it was, you know, my first time, obviously. And me back then, like, I was a shy person, and you know, first time. I remember just, I'm like no, I want to do this. I do. Just give me a minute. Because I was ready, and I wanted to do it, but I don't know. Eventually, I got back in the back, and yeah, we get in the back, we do our thing, he starts kissing me, and honestly, like, I didn't even really know how to kiss either, so that probably was bad for him. I'm not sure, but yeah, anyway, we start kissing. I was a bad kisser, just letting you know that now. Like, I was a bad kisser because I wasn't sure exactly. And then, you know, our pants come off. I'm not sure I'm not sure if we took our own clothes off or how exactly it happened. All I know, eventually our clothes came off. I do remember I kept my socks on. That's all I can remember. I believe I did keep my socks on, and then you know, obviously the first position, you know, the normal casual is missionary. Did that. I remember, you know, when he put it in, it hurt like a lot. But I have a really good, high pain tolerance, but I do remember it hurting. He went slow, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, it hurt throughout the entire thing, but like at the same time, I mean, we did different positions and different positions felt better and didn't hurt. I mean, it's kind of boring because we just did different positions. We did our thing. We didn't really talk. I'm trying to think. We didn't even really kiss either, which it was just so weird. I remember just like laying there. And since, you know, my first time and everything, like I didn't know what exactly, like I didn't know what to do. And he did, so I just let him do the business. And I was just laying there. I had my eyes closed too, because like I didn't want to see nothing, so I had my eyes closed. After that, I know we did like spooning, and then I believe doggy style, which is my favorite position. Well, sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's my favorite, sometimes it's not, but yeah, doggy style, spoon, missionary, and then I know we did like 2 other positions, but I can't remember. And all I remember is by the time, like towards the end, like the car was so, like the windows were like all fogged up, and it was just so hot. Oh, I remember when we were in a certain position, he was choking me, and I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. Like, that's how hard he was choking me, and me not knowing what to do or whatever, like I just let it happen, and like it was kind of hard to breathe. Like I could breathe, so I didn't say anything, and I was totally fine with it. And then I remember, I think he would like squeeze my boobs or whatever. Yeah, pretty hard too. What else? I'm trying to be like not say too much, so then it's not too much information. That's all I can really remember. He was choking me. I remember like it was so hard, it was kind of hard to breathe, blah blah blah. My boobs, he would squeeze my boobs pretty hard. What else? I think that's all I can remember. I wish I could remember more. Towards the end, you know, we get dressed, and then, you know, he leaves, but like when he's like, are the lights gonna turn on when I open the door? I'm like, yes. And then I was scared that I was, you know, there was gonna be a lot of blood or whatever. Turns out, I mean, yes, there was a little blood. He opens the door, he turns around, he's like, okay, like, bye, see you later or whatever. But you know, before he says that, he's like, is that your blood? Oh my god, it was so awkward. I'm like, yeah. He was like, oh, okay. Like, you should, like, his face though, like, he's like, oh. Basically, like, if someone not expecting something, like, oh, okay, that's weird. Anyway, oh my god, it was so awkward. And then it was just like, TMI, it was like, maybe that big of a hole, like, not hole, the spot. I remember I was wet and kind of icky. I go home and I go in the house, and keep in mind, it was pretty late. It was pretty late. It was like 1:30 or something that I got home. No, actually it was like 1:32 that I got home. So when I did get home, I had to be quiet but also run and get a rag and hydrogen peroxide, which I'm glad we had, and then wipe off the blood in my mom's car, which I don't know, it was weird for me. And then I remember when I finally got that done, I went in, you know, changed underwear and you know, cleaned myself up. And yeah, that's basically my story. If you stayed to the end, thank you. This is more so like a memory for myself, because even though I know I'll still remember it, this is just a video that I can look back on and watch. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know all these stories are so different and unique. That's why I actually like watching these videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.